How to hit the therapeutic decision-making exam out of a park. I am Dr. John Honiball. I'm a South African doctor that immigrated myself to Canada, and I've been practicing here since 2021. I own a group of more than 450 doctors, and I'm helping them getting registered and immigrating to Canada themselves. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to register for the TDM here in Alberta, the Therapeutic Decision-Making Exam, how to think through it, what to expect, and how to prepare for it. I will also include what resources you need, and we'll get into all of that in this video. So really what you're going to get is everything you need to I don't want to say ace this exam, but everything you need to get through this exam and move on to the life you want here in Canada. So starting out, let me show you how to start the registration process. So you need to go to your Physicians Apply account. You're going to click on this section here called Application for Medical Registration. And it will open up this screen over here with all the different colleges. Okay? And you're going to basically pick whatever college you want to register with. And you're going to go here to this section over here, Review of Qualifications. And it will give you the option to click on it. I can't click on mine because my identity confirmation has expired, so I can't do any of those at the moment. Or maybe I can. Oh, I can. Okay. So you click on that, okay, and it will take you to the next section that looks like this, and you just basically fill it in, saying what you want to practice, family medicine. Yes, you're going to be in clinical practice. It's long term. And then if you know where you want to go, you fill in that part. Obviously, I'm assuming I don't know. Those are my details. You're going to fill in your own. You're going to fill in all these information again, where you live, all of these things. And you're basically going to go through, if you look here, there's all these things you're going to go through. Your medical education, your credentials again. You'll have to fill all of this stuff in, and it will give you a summary, and you're going to sign it off, and there will be a fee payable again at the end. You've made the payment, you're done. Now you'll have to give it time so that the college can review your application. They'll end up sending you a letter if you did everything correctly and your documents are in order as they're supposed to be. They'll send you a letter that will confirm your eligibility to get registered in their province, with conditions attached to it, and one of these conditions will be that you pass the therapeutic decision-making exam within the next year. So this is done, then you can actually now go ahead and register for a therapeutic decision-making exam. The next step then would be to come to the College of the Physicians and Surgeons of Alberta's website. There's a section called the Therapeutic Decision-Making Exam. You'll go through this. There is a section here that says how to apply, and you'll go down to apply for the next TDM exam. You'll click on that. You'll have to create an account, fill in your details, and pay a fee again, and you'll be good to go. You're registered. I'm excited for you. Now let's move on and get you in position to actually write and pass this exam. You have successfully registered for the exam. Now what? You need to schedule your exam. You can write it either remotely from home, which I call remote proctoring. What a great thing that is. Way back when I first wrote this exam, I had to book flights, book hotels, fly to Edmonton in the middle of winter. Never having been to Edmonton, get lost on the trains, get stuck in the middle of a snowstorm, fail the exam, end up all wet on the flight back, lose my luggage, be stuck in Dublin for 3 days all wet, having to walk like a drifter into a store telling them I want new shoes that are waterproof, and dry socks and changing the store because everything was soaked. From those days to what you can have now and right from home, that's a massive improvement from what it's been. So I'm really happy with that, and I think it's a great thing the college has done and the medical council has done. So you can write from home, or you can write from a center in your own country. Either way, you don't have to travel, and you schedule that on the Prometric website. And they'll give you a link once you have registered and you get your eligibility letter. You've gone to the college's website, you've registered for the exam. They'll send you a link to this Prometric website so you can schedule your exam date. Once you're scheduled, what does the exam look like? The exam will consist of 3.5 hours of writing, 40 cases, 100 short answer questions, 100 short answers with the 40 cases. And this will be focused on mostly on interventions, so pharmaceutical and non-pharmaceutical. And it will be, like I said, intervention based. So you need to think of yourself getting questions like a person that wants to go to bed at night and feeling their legs are uncomfortable, having to move it around a lot, that kind of thing, and thinking, okay, this is restless leg syndrome. So they might ask you what's wrong with him, or what's your differential diagnosis, and what treatment options can you give him. And then you can now go through stuff like your anti-Parkinsonian drugs, your anticonvulsants, all of those things, and list the potential answers. And that would be kind of a type of questions you can expect for the exam. How do you prepare for this exam? My simple answer is going to be, again, my favorite resource for preparing for exams is things that are as similar as possible to the exam itself. Practice the way you're going to play. And there's nothing better, in my opinion, than getting a question bank. Now, I don't really want to advertise any specific one, so you can use question banks. There's a whole bunch of them out there. I'm not going to promote anyone specifically, as I don't have any interest in any of them, and I can't vouch for which one is better. So I'm not going to say this one is better than that. Go and check them out. You can just type in question banks for therapeutic decision-making exam in Google, and I'm sure you'll find a whole list of them in that space. The second way of preparing for this exam, and this is the way I went, because back then, again, very limited resources. There was no therapeutic decision-making exam, question banks back then. So after failing the first exam, not knowing what the format was going to be, not knowing that it was actually therapeutic and management-based, I studied obviously completely the wrong content, and that's why I failed. So the second time around, I paid a bunch of money to a bunch of other doctors to teach me how to prepare for these exams. So there are now multiple companies out there that offer preparation courses where they will go through content that's related to these exams and try and prepare you as best as possible for these exams. So that is the second great way of preparing for these exams. Again, I'm not going to name any specific companies, as I'm not affiliated with any of them, and I haven't gone through each and every one of their programs to say which one is the very best, but that is a great option for preparation as well. I hope all of this content that we discussed will be helpful to you, that it will give you the insight and the guidance you need to successfully prepare, be confident and relaxed in the exam, and really relay everything you know so that you can successfully get past this hurdle in the registration process. I mentioned earlier about my community. If you want to check it out, if you're interested in that, there is simple registration and immigration instructions inside this community. There's 450 motivated doctors who share their experience and support each other through this journey. You can get access to that and try it out completely free. The link is in the description of this video. And I'll see you either inside the community or in the next video.